Willie Lynch right here, man. A lot of y'all don't know who he is, man, so do y'all research, man. Let's go. Live in a world where they kill kids to make a point, to pay the media to hype it up to make us annoyed. They found a way to tax it, now it's cool to smoke a joint. When Dave Chappelle turned bread down to save a soul, they made it look like the crazy, the truth won't be told. I remember when the devil used to love rock and roll. Now he a fan of hip hop cause he want mass control. He use our people to get our people, to kill our people. Now that we doing it, they can say that they treat us equal. You got rappers saying it's wrong, but it's just a song. Remember Cisco had the whole world wearing songs. He beat us down and make us say, can we all get along? These youngins only know to strap up, gun and palm. Smoke like he blowing out a water bomb. I gotta say the bull, this is a hypocrite. Teachers home, but you feeding our children ignorance. Ride around selling dope, shooting folks up. Back to your mansion right after the director said cut. This ain't a diss, it's reality, don't get mad at me. They got you killing your family for a salary. If this is family ties, who's playing Mallory? Can't be around these frauds, mess up my allergies. I always knew that I would die for a real cause. Apostle Paul was militant like Tupac Shakur. The doctor give you medicine, but Jesus is the cure. Cause I was blind, but now I see. Enough to say that the enemy is you and me. And I was deaf, but now I hear. Good enough to catch the hate growing in my ear. And oh yeah, the Ku Klux Klans now ran by the black man. Cause the black man had killed more black men than them. Cause the black man enslaved themselves. Willie Lynch, you sell drugs and you killing your people. That's Willie Lynch. You get high, you will steal from your people. That's Willie Lynch. It makes sense to put my life down for these kids in the game. And if one's change, I ain't dying in vain. I used to think I was Kane. My man was old dog. Used to be my road dog. Caught my man slipping and he got his head blown off. Sound familiar? Everybody got a story like it. And if they don't, they know somebody who was just like it. I know somebody that's dead gone, they dead wrong. That's why they dead gone, but you can never say it right. The one that's murdered be the cool one, let me get this right. He robbed, still kill people at will. But when you bring this up, his family got the nerve to say chill. But it's real, it's consequences. Not to mention the proposition was kinda tempted, cause he ain't have a pot to piss in. Look at his baby picture, smiling all innocent. 17 years later, hoping they say innocent. Guilty verdict, when he heard it, his future murdered. Went to the store to get a soda, but he got a murder. Where did he get the burner? He shouldn't even have a burner. Better yet, need a burner. Somebody needs a speech journal. I was blind, but now I see. Enough to say that the enemy is you and me. And I was deaf, but now I hear. Good enough to catch the hate growing in my ear. And oh yeah, the Ku Klux Klans now ran by the black man. Cause the black man had killed more black men than them. Cause the black man enslaved themselves. Willie Lynch. If you a father but you ain't a daddy, that's Willie Lynch. If you a man that don't take care of your family, that's Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch is a mindset we have in the ghetto. When we hate our own kind, all we need is a cosign. And we'll walk up on our brother with a 9 and let it go. I was blind, but now I see. Enough to say that the enemy is you and me. And I was deaf, but now I hear. Good enough to catch the hate growing in my ear. And oh yeah, the Ku Klux Klans now ran by the black man. Cause the black man had killed more black men than them. Cause the black man enslaved themselves. Willie Lynch.
Alright. Uncle Job Celeb, who too up on Black Power family. What up? It's your brother in Google, now you see RENM. And once again, you're tuned in to RENM, RBG TV. That's right. And you know, we keep it G. Raw and uncut common sense. For the common people, dealing with the common issues. And you know we trying to seek common solutions. That's right. So all in together now, family. Say it with me nice, loud, and proud. What's the method, what's the motto, the mantra, the motivation method, and the madness? It's black love. You know why? Because black love is a cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Alright. Let me set my premise for what I'm about to discuss. first and foremost, if you have not seen the previous episode, which is entitled, Are You Afraid of Yourself? The Fear of Accountability. I repeat, are you afraid of yourself? The fear of accountability. If you haven't seen that episode, do that. Stop here right now. Stop right now. Go back, check it out, and then proceed on with this one. But if for those who have, let's go ahead and rock right on, right forward as we all do, all in together now. So, we're going to call today Willie Lynch, the only real myth. I know that's kind of confusing, right? I'm going to say it again. Willie Lynch, the only real myth. Now, my purpose in this one is to basically, once again, hold up a mirror in front of myself, first and foremost, and before the people. And then I'm also going to encourage everybody to hold your own personal mirrors before yourself, which is the beginning of that whole black love thing that I always talk about. Now, again, today's title is going to be discussed as, like what I said I was going to call it, Willie Lynch, the only real true myth, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is, again, there's a lot of silly shit going on within the black community. There's a lot of silly shit going on within the so-called conscious community. And the reason why I said it like that is because folks like to separate the two as if there's a major difference. Well, guess what, family? There is none. There is no difference. At the end of the day, the quote-unquote conscious community, and I'm going to say it just like this because it's exactly what it is, has shown it's proven itself before the world. The quote-unquote conscious community is nothing more, forgive my language, niggas that can read, period. And I'll be honest with you, those are the ones that really don't even read as much as they say. It's all for show. Now, the reason why I say it like that is, again, because that's exactly what it is. We are, first and foremost, the word nigga. Let's look at it like this. I'm going to ask you a question, and it's a very rhetorical question because I'm going to give you the answer. What is the greatest tool that racism and white supremacy has ever created? Answer. The nigga. And that's the truth. The nigga was designed, born and bred, to do exactly what it's doing. Go at each other for the benefit of the system of racism, white supremacy. Now, let's do a little bit of research here. I want you all, family, I'm going to do my best to find the link. It's going to be down in the description box of this video. I'm going to try my best to find the actual Willie Lynch letter for you, so for those who have not read it, they can take their time and do their own homework. Now, with that being said, I want to put that on public record for those who do not know. Yes, the person who created the so-called Willie Lynch letter was a brother. First and foremost, let's let that be known. Did he have a purpose for doing what he did? Yes, he did. The purpose was this: to outline, pinpoint, and broadcast, nonetheless, our actions, that which we portray and behave on a daily basis from the quote-unquote views of the system of racism and white supremacy. Now, it is a myth. The person Willie Lynch has never existed on the planet. We know this. For those who don't know that, yes, you can check that out for yourself. It's verified. Never existed. But what does exist, what does live on a daily basis, is the words in this story. And you cannot refute that at all. All you got to do is go outside. All you got to do is go outside. All you have to do is be amongst the people, and you would see just every word to the letter of that so-called Willie Lynch letter being lived out on a daily basis. Now, within that letter, right, he's talking to the many different slave owners, quote-unquote, and, you know, overseers, this, that, and the third, and he's literally giving them a step-by-step outline how to, one, get into the minds of these Africans, two, destroy the minds of these Africans, three, rewire the minds of these Africans to the point where they no longer think for themselves. Every thought that comes in their brain, every word that comes out of their mouth, every step that their legs move is designed, again, to benefit that of the system of racism, white supremacy, in and out, period. He goes on to say his part of his aim and objective is basically to have white folks reshape or revamp, if you will, the natural order of the African. The way they move, the way they commune with one another, the way they populate, the way their overall life, how we used to give it up prior to their encounter, right? Now, I will say this. We also got to stop doing this, romanticizing everything that take place amongst us Africans as far as our history is concerned and prior to our encounters with Europeans. We have to stop romanticizing that. I will be honest and say that shit. We have to stop doing that because at the end of the day, we're not telling the real deal of the story. Yeah, we had our own issues. We had our own little tribal feuds and this, that, and the third. And not for nothing, some of that shit is played right over into the hands over here. And here is I want to show a text nonetheless that is very vital that everybody needs to go and get. This right here. You see this book right here? This is a very powerful weapon, right? By one of our greatest psychologists and scholars, Dr. Amundsen Wilson. He goes into full detail. This book right here, another one. You want to get this. You want to get these things. Again, reading is very important. Learning is very important. Blabbering off the mouth, that gets us nowhere. We have to know exactly what the hell we're talking about. And when we're talking about this whole Willie Lynch thing, again, it's lived out on a daily basis. All you have to do is go outside and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about as far as the natural order being reversed. Look how the black man and the black woman deals with one another. Look how the youngins and the elders deal with one another. Look how families, for those that are surviving, that are still complete, and even the ones that are broken nonetheless, look how we are. Just look at us. And then ask yourself this one question. Again, since we have to stop romanticizing, but since we love to romanticize, and we love to brag about us being kings and queens, this, that, and the third, right? Can you honestly say that you look and resemble that stock from the past? No, you don't. This is why I say put it to rest. Because at the end of the day, until we take care of this shit right here, and when it says violence, this is on all levels. It's not just the physical, the mental, the verbal, the spiritual, psychological, etc., etc., etc. All forms of abuse towards one another. We gotta put that shit to bed, man. We have to put that shit to bed because we do that like it's second nature. But here's the funny part about it. Also, going back to that whole letter, the whole Willie Lynch letter, not only were their purpose was to reverse the natural order amongst Africans, how we respected one another, how we conducted ourselves with one another, how we lived amongst one another, did business and trade with one another. You understand? Meditated and vibed, all that good shit. Reverse all of that shit, right? The black woman, she's the one on top right now. And not necessarily in a good way. And I can honestly say that. The black man is on the bottom, which leaves your defense systems down. You understand? The black child has no sense of morality and or guidance. The black elder has no sense of guidance and passing on knowledge from generation to generation. Everything has been reversed. And then on top of that, to top it off and make it the whole thing worse, a part of that reversal process was to have the African look at his adversary as an ally, as a benefit to him nonetheless, and have him look at this fellow African as the enemy. Again, look outside. Listen to the conversations that are being taken place on a daily basis. You tell me what you hear and see. Due to time reasons, forgive my thought, hold that thought, time out. Of course, you already know I'm working on the time limit. Stop this one right here, go to part 2. I'm going to continue on. Again, stop right here, go to part 2. We're going to continue on. Again, the name of this one is right here. It's called Willie Lynch, the only real myth. Continue.